Sir, my name is Ramesh Singh. I'm a senior at John Jay College, graduating with a criminal justice BS major and a minor in music. My research paper is going to be about the death penalty and its effect on innocent individuals or wrongfully convicted individuals. The death penalty is also known as the capital punishment, is a government practice where a person is put to death by the states due to the crime they have committed. I'm going to be talking about the states within the United States that support the death penalty and those who do not. I'm going to be talking about the process in which the death penalty must go through in order to actually proceed to the execution of the said individual. And throughout these processes, I'm also going to be talking about how the judges and jurors have their own perceptions and opinions about a certain case, which may have an effect on the verdict of the individual who may be innocent. I'm also going to be talking about the 8th Amendment, and which is no cruel or unusual punishment, and the 14th Amendment, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property, and how this connects to the idea of the death penalty in terms of whether or not it is constitutional or not. I will speak about the 4 forms of punishment, which are retribution, also known as an eye for an eye, rehab, incapacitation, and deterrence. I will speak about how the death penalty is a form of incapacitation because it takes the individuals who are accused away from society forever by executing them, and how it offers no form of rehab, which can be a terrible thing for individuals who may have actually be innocent within the death row. Zaz, well known as the fact that the death penalty has no sign that is reduced crime or is a deterrent of homicides and other criminal acts. Another thing I'll be talking about is about the Innocence Project, which is basically an organization which focuses on individuals who have been convicted even though they are innocent. And this is usually done through a proper use of DNA testing, and they have helped countless individuals prove their innocence. Some of the individuals have been in prison for over 10 years. Although this organization strives to help those who have been wrongfully convicted, there have also been cases with individuals who were convicted and were sentenced to death row and executed, but they left a lot of strong evidence claiming that they were in fact innocent. Another thing I'll be talking about are the cons of keeping death penalty to this day. Some of these cons are which is unconstitutional for a person to be killed intentionally due to the 8th and 14th Amendment, which I stated before. Another con I'll be talking about is how this is simply too much of a risk to send someone to death row, because sometimes then the individual may be actually innocent, and once they are placed on death row, there's no one who actually think that the individual is still innocent because they are on the death row after all. For being in imprisonment for 10 years, and somebody might think, you're in there for a reason, and there's a reason you haven't come out, even though there may strong evidence. It kind of, it doesn't really justify anything. The death penalty is found to spend more money than the life imprisonment due to the countless number of pre-trials and trials appeals, etc., that must be followed throughout the entire process. I spoke about the controversial pros of keeping death penalty, which I do not support at all. Some of these pros include the fact that it offers retribution, an eye for an eye, to the victims of the crime that have been committed. It executes the most horrible criminals from society possible, leading them to less crimes, as stated by others. Another pro is that it could possibly help with the issue of overcrowding in jails by executing those who should not belong there, meaning less money being spent on a daily basis. And also, I could provide some stories of individuals who were innocent and placed on the death row and lived to tell their story. Thank you so much, Professor, and hope have a great semester.